congratulations, Scottie. He doesn't ooze, social media energy, but he could absolutely be a needle mover with the way he plays this game. He is relentless, level of tee to green mastery that we have not seen in some time. Now he's making putts as well and making history. First in the 50 years of the Players to win it back-to-back, and that 64 ties the low final round ever by a champion, matching Freddie in '96, Davis Love III in '03. Brandel, we were treated to something very special.
I would say this was a virtuoso performance, but we're kind of getting used to what he's doing off of the tee and into the greens. But I will say this is the first time in his career that he has ever led the field in driving accuracy. And when you start to look at how many fairways he hit this week, 45 of them, to find a solid core golf ball era where guys all started kind of hitting it crooked. The only players that have hit more fairways en route to winning here, Webb Simpson, Fred Funk, were two of the shortest hitters in the game. Webb Simpson was dead last in driving distance that week. Fred Funk was next to last. Scottie Scheffler, one of the longest in the field. So combining, that sort of accuracy with that sort of distance and the way he worked his way around this golf course was just head spinning. Great golf.
It was. I mean, it's not just today as well, too. The fact that he battled against an injury over the last 2 days, Brandel, when he carried quite a serious injury that restricted him a lot, and still shot the scores he did, to still remain somewhere in the rearview mirror of the leaders, to give himself that opportunity today. I think a lot of credit to him. We talked at the start of the week about his quiet competitive spirit that, you don't really appreciate because he's not rah-rah and fist-pumping like you would normally expect and what you would normally term somebody who's got a competitive spirit. But he's got a heart on fire. He loves the relentlessness of golf. He loves the grind of golf. He loves the battle of golf. And boy, oh boy, can he play it well. I mean, set up, as you say, with his driving statistics, 12 out of 14 fairways again today, set it up. But his course management, Brandel, is just absolutely supreme. He's never on the wrong side of the flag. And with great chipping, he's always got an opportunity to get up and down. And we talked at the start of the week, one of the keys to winning here was not just going forward, it was the ability, when out of position, to get it up and down. The lowest bogey count of the week at 4 was underpinned everything that he did in terms of winning this tournament.
Yeah, look, I mean, in the last 21 times he's played a tour event, he's led the field in strokes gained tee to green 10 times. The ball striking is extraordinary, but it's worth just a couple of shots. We can take a look at the 4th hole today. This is when he just lit the place up. I wouldn't have thought, he probably wouldn't have thought that he likely had a chance today unless there was something magical that happened. Just hang around and hope for magic to touch you on the shoulder. Well, it didn't touch him on the shoulder here. It literally just sent a lightning bolt through the event, no doubt through him. There he is at the 4th. Beautiful iron shot. And, of course, you get him up on the 12th. And you go back and think about it. The shots he hit at 8, 9, 10, all the way through the back 9. 326 yards it is to this whole location at 12. 326. You know how far this tee shot went? 326. Right on the button, right pin high. Gave him a 20-footer look for eagle. This is coming down the stretch on the back 9, as good a golf as you will ever see. The ball striking we know about, but the virtuoso performance I'm talking about is what you need to do around here. And it's so hard to do. You got to work it both directions. So the bullet fade off a 9, as pretty a shot as you'll ever see. Just right down the left center with a small little cut. Absolutely stunning. We know he predominantly plays a fade, but the fact is he can work it any direction. Very Tiger Woods-like. 270 yards out with an iron. Got to hook it around the corner. He's up to the task. Doesn't have to take on the trees. He can mitigate the risk by shaping the shot. This one would finish on the back of the green. It was a nervy little 2-putt, but it was a birdie nonetheless. Top of the food chain stuff. Back to the cuts that he needed. Off of 11 and off of 14. You want to drive it sort of right center at 11. You want to take it off those bunkers on the left and hit a fade. Gorgeous. Absolutely the way he would have drawn it up. Beautiful. And his second shot, by the way, was right at it. Think about all the shots that were right at it. I mean, 8, 10, 11, just building on top of one another, shot after shot after shot. 14. Toughest drive on the golf course outside of 18, I would say, because there's a ridge running right down the middle of that fairway. Get it going too far to the right, it'll kick over in the rough. Too far left, it'll kick in that left bunker. What you want, though, is to be right down the right side. Soft fade. He had it. Now you get to 18. You've been hitting all these fades, but you got to switch gears. Look where he's lined up there. Down the right side. This reminds me of Tiger Woods 2013. Tiger with an iron, perfect draw down the right center, just the shape of the hole, exactly like this, which of course set him up for a beautiful iron shot, which he thought was going to kick left of the hole, kick to the right, made the par. But it was, again, just his ability to work the ball every single direction and his consistency over time.
So we've talked about it all week long. Every time we come here, no one has successfully defended. Best performances by a defending champ, tied for 5th. Nicklaus in 77, Kite in 90, and Hal Sutton 2001. The average finish in a title defense probably is a tie for 28th. This guy's breaking some new ground and shows no signs of letting up.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen ball striking in the last couple of seasons that has only been matched and paralleled by the high standards of Tiger Woods. Going through with Kevin Casey this week, we delved into the stats in a lot of detail. And the best year that Tiger ever had in terms of ball striking was 2006. So if you put that one as the marker, as that the benchmark, as the best ever ball striking in the strokes gained era. And last year, Scottie Scheffler was second to that. So he matched and beat a lot of other years where Tiger Woods was at his prime, but only one level was above him after that. He's carried on again this year, and he's actually surpassed where he was in ball striking. So that's the one side. This guy can hit the ball, we know that, but it takes a lot more to go into the cocktail of success than just the ability to hit a golf ball. What I love about it is, okay, we can talk about his putting all day long, and there's certainly been an improvement in that, and I think he should be buying Rory McIlroy a big, large bottle of champagne since he's gone to that mallet putter, since Rory referenced that a few weeks ago. He has, you know, just after going back-to-back wins. But what I love and what has been outstanding about him is in reverse. When you get out of position, if you do get out of position, why do you get out of position? His course management, his ball control. And I think a lot of credit has to go to Ted Scott here too. Remember, this guy ignited since Ted Scott started caddying for him. Before that, he was on the tour and doing well, but all of a sudden he became a serial winner and a serial player when Ted came on the bag and he graduated to be a Ryder Cup player that year. And since then, he's gone on, I think he's won the last 3 years, 7 PGA Tour events now, which is more than Rahm and more than McIlroy. So he's something special, and I love the fact that he's brilliant in terms of course management. I love the fact that he never misses it on the wrong side. He always gives himself an opportunity to get up and down. And there's a reason why he has led the last 2 seasons on tour, the bogey count, the least number of bogeys. One thing going forward, making birdies. McIlroy made plenty of them this week. So did Matt Fitzpatrick. But the difference is the low level of bogeys, and that's where he excels week after week and year after year.
Attitude, toughness, skill. That is why he lives in contention. That is an 8th victory, 2 Players' titles, again, back-to-back, and the Masters. So not outlandish to think, if he stays healthy, that someday he might move into the neighborhood where some of the greats to have ever played currently reside. He's that good.